Hello everyone. Good evening. Yellow green. Hello the Samap. 22. You can do them one by one, so we'll do 22 today. Hey Link. Bonjour, salut. So Crazy Joe, yeah, we you cannot do the next level until you beat the previous ones, right? The first one you might be able to go then, to do them 2 by 2, or might be able to skip them a bit, but we need to take it slow. Need to take it slow today. So we have, for the planning for the evening, we have the usual, where it's at, Frostfire mine in 18. So that's pretty okay. We'll see how it goes. That was the last time when I did a video about the well strategy. So I don't know. You guys tell me. I can do it again if you want. Else I can do the free to play. I'm more comfortable with the free to play. I'm afraid that the well, it might be a hit or miss. If there are too many stronger players, I might really struggle with it. So not strong enough to like do it fully and securely every time, I think. So free to play works for me. Then we do a Crazy Joe 22, and I have the lucky wheel to spill, but I think we're gonna start off with the lucky wheel, to be honest, because I'm not sure how much I stay after Crazy Joe. So I do not want to change 0, but you see, you can have the last ones. We want to do Fred. Someone had a feeling that these are for the lucky wheel, right? But that's not gonna work. Hey Tonton, I'm okay. I'm very tired actually. Stressful day. A lot of problem to deal with, I guess. But that's part of life, being an adult. So a bit tired. Probably shows. And we are very low on what? I hear you very low. Oh, okay. On the sounds. The sound we fixed yesterday, didn't we? Let me check. Maybe I put the mic a bit closer, so let me know. That should be okay. We fixed it yesterday. Because I don't have any noise reduction on OBS. Yeah, it seems to be low. What could it be? Is it better? I mean, I did not change anything, so. But it looks okay on OBS. Like the volume is spiking a bit better. So let's, recall this one. Let's keep that here. And let's pin a bit. And you guys give me the feedback on the mic. Much better. Okay. So I might need to launch the microphone like software. It seems when the microphone software is open, you guys hear me better. When I do not change the setting in the software, right? Prefer Google Play Games or LD9 players? Someone is trying to install the emulator. So let's spin. Okay, good. If the sound is better, let's go with the lucky wheel a bit. Then let's pop the pets. Oh, I need to. I need to cut the notification on the phone. Maybe we do as well one of these quickly. We put stamina for tomorrow, right? Let's keep some stamina for tomorrow. And we're gonna do that. So that's is gonna be useful for Crazy Joe and Frostfire Mine. Maybe we can get the title a bit. That's gonna be great. We're gonna have it at the end of Frostfire Mine, which will help us to deploy things a bit better. And let's spin the lucky wheel then. So 120 times. So I did a tiny bit today. I actually played until reset and I saw the new events. I mean the new event. You know? I don't know if it's a new event, but I've seen that thing. I guess. It's very weird that I have only 15, so it does not seem to be 1-for-1, right? Is that like... Could be 1-for-1, it's a very bit low, so I have to pay attention to that and do more tomorrow. Tomorrow I need to auto-hunt a tiny bit. But I've done my experts, which, you know, I cannot do crazily, right? But I could put that to level 7, which now I need casual 2, and I don't even have the affinity to go anywhere close casual 2, and casual 2 is pretty far ahead. So that's going to be level 7 for now. And that, you know, that's casual 1, so that's pretty far as well. So I cannot really do much here. But I will want to go to casual 2 to casual 1 very soon to get the second item in the shop, right? And the Sunfire token, like between 20 and 50, it's crazy. So clearly we'll want to have that for next SVS. That lady should be far, far higher. That's what I got today. And that I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, I'm happy with a bit of health and lethality to burn people, but really I don't care. And we could do a bit of Olger as well this morning. So I have my arena a bit stronger. And, you know, close one, it will be doable soon, right? Will be doable. It's gonna take a little while, but I've done 1 level on Romulus, so I could unlock some level on that skill. So I'll go as high as I can here to get these tokens and these free troops. And then Romulus, I'm not gonna touch it for a very long time, to be honest. Fabian is doing okay, so I'm nearly where I want to be. Like, I think, you know, another month, I guess, with no new experts. Give me a month with no new experts and I'm where I want to be on all of them. But that's, you know, that was a bit pricey, so... I did Frostfire Mine earlier with your setup, did 300, I mean 300, yeah, okay. It's my second time, so I still have to refine, especially getting 1 more minute. Gathering bonuses, but you mean the free-to-play one or the whale one? Because the whale it will be very low. Free-to-play it's a bit low, that you can do, you know, if you lose a lot of extra. But the whale one is kind of low. It means that you cannot hold mines level 3, so... Small update on SVS. If you do remember, we face a state from which one of our alliance was... Yeah, you told me. I mean, I never had a very ugly castle. Actually, never had in 2 years. I don't do SVS for 2 years now. No, though I do SVS for like... You get SVS, what, after 2 months? 3 months? I think when I started the game, it was no SVS. I actually think when I started the game, I have a doubt. Yeah, I think we did not add SVS for like a few months before, you know, when the game started. It was like, you know, we were other games are the SVS kind of thing, so people were asking for it. And it eventually happened, right? So that's a pretty good start, right? That's 10 shards. That's 3 shards, so that's terrible. That's 7. I mean, as long as you are, for me, if you are not top, you know, top 3, it's kind of whether you are 5th or 20, does not matter. Like, top 20 is pretty good, top 10 is okay as well. And then if you have a chance to be top, you know, 1, 2, 3, you start to get a lot more and to feel a bit the difference, but it's not really good so far. It's a bit low. That's better. 8. That 3. That's a lot better. That's 10. That 3. And one more time. That's 5. That's okay, I guess. I think I had 163 when I started. We can count how much I have now. I should have checked, but I think I checked an hour ago, and if I remember 163, so that means that's... Oh, it was 63 actually, probably. So 200. So I got 180, which I think is pretty much the average, if I remember. Yeah, it's 180, so it's pretty much the average. Hello, Xen. So how are you, Xen? Do ministry position make sense to speed up research? Training, construction, when you have the points. So I need to read again. Do ministry position make sense to speed up research, training, construction when you have points for using maximum speedups? I'm not sure I understand the question. You mean like on these events? Like today? Like these, right? Yeah, when you start to stay at the castle, fire happens within some time, but the first SVS is months ago. We started end of May. Yeah, it's not too long now, but we really, like, I think for us, we got SVS. I have a doubt. Because I had the feeling that we were kind of really hoping that SVS becomes a thing with the game, but it might have happened really when I started the game, so it did not got delayed really for us. But like YouTubers and stuff were kind of asking for it for a while, if I remember. I'm predicting that you will ask, "Oh, am I?" So I'll say I'm fine. I mean, you know, that's okay. I'm back. My back hurts. Asuki, okay. That's a pretty violent sport, right? Okay. Are you the kind of, you know, that's fighting and removing the helmet and smashing people, or are you the nice ones? I have a friend that's really a big fan of ice hockey. He goes to see the matches a lot. I've seen a few with him, and it gets really violent sometimes. I'm really surprised sometimes how violent it gets. Somehow it makes sense. You will spend the same amount speed up time and score on point, but you have... Okay. I think I get the question now. Ministry has reduced the time. So I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Warshma? I'm not sure if I pronounce it right? So of course it's reducing the amount of time, so technically you use less speedups. For research, I will use the title, right? Because you have so much, unless you are, you know, like me and you are close to max. And, you know, that's okay eventually. If you want, you can. But when you are close to max in research, your general speed up, you will put them into troops. So you just get more troops. So it's still better to use the title. For buildings, I sometimes don't use double time. I sometimes don't use the pets. I sometimes don't use the title. Like I did on my farm today, I pushed on my farm, but I got so many speed ups compared to the fire crystals on my farm because I don't buy fire crystal. I got extra speed up, so I don't use anything to make more points. So in that case, yeah, close enough. It's missing like some how do you say vowels, right? So I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, you can eventually not have the title, but for research and troops, I'll always use it, right? You just get more out of it. Because when you don't have your research speedups, most of your research speedup is usually, if you look, because you turn usually your general speedups into research, right? And if you look at it, like it's just that I used all of them today on the experts. No, you cannot use research on the experts, so never mind what I just said. But I used some of them, I don't know, recently somehow. I used quite a bit yesterday for the seasonal event. I used like 20 days, but my ratio is often like it feels I have 3 times more general speedups than the research speedup, but I'm in the packs I'm buying, there are a bit of general speed up, though it could be because of that. So, but these will go to troops now for me. So the next time I push, I won't have 120 days like I usually have of training speed ups, of troop training speed up. I'll have 200, 300 days. So I'll make a lot more points because my research is done. And that's where, you know, whales scale in power very crazily when they have research done, is because all their general speed ups and in packs they buy, there is a lot. So, but by default, you will use all you can, you know, title and stuff. And for construction, sometimes I'll skip all of these to just make more points, especially with my farm. I don't know if that makes sense. Hello, Quentin, welcome. Welcome. I'm doing okay. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But SVS, we are getting crushed. We are really getting crushed. That was yesterday, so that's 300 million points, 318 million points. And today it's like 212, right? Million points. So that's over 500 million points more. So it's 5.5. I mean, 550 million points more. So I'm not sure we will come back, to be honest. We'll see. I don't think we are giving up at all. But that's a pretty... I'm not pushing. Like, you know, I'm saving for three months, as I usually do. If it gets close, I'll push. But, like, I have 30, 40 million points. In total, if I burn all my bags, I have 30, 40 million points. So, like, when there is such a difference, like, you know, I'll just keep saving for the next one, to be honest. Say you have 30 days. I need to start Frostfire mine in a sec. I just need to make sure that everything is okay. Pull my troops. Say you have 30 days of research. Start research. It takes 15 days. You can do both. With the ministry, you will clear both with 27 days. So yeah, of course, for research, I think it makes sense. It makes sense. So you are losing with 1 freaking billion points. I mean, that's a lot of points. I mean, depending on how much you make, but for us, like, you know, 1 billion points is like a third, right? So it's crazy. Okay, yeah. I'm very tired, guys, so, you know, if I don't follow chat... I hesitated to take a nap instead, but that's gonna be okay. We're gonna play. It's gonna be chill, you know, with the Frostfire mine, and then with Crazy Joe. I'm curious about the Crazy Joe. I don't think we will feel the difference with the level 22. Last time it really felt that it was like the difference was around, you know, 29, 30. It was what? No, we were 21, so it was like 19, 20, 21 got a lot harder, but until then it felt very easy. I'm assuming that level 31 is designed for FC8 to be challenging for FC8. So I don't think it's gonna be much of an issue for us. We have been in FC10. If you look around, like, we have been in FC, you know, we have a bit of FC7 and stuff, but these, like, the ones that are FC8 right now, for most of them, there are, you know, people with like big gap of activity from time to time. Sometimes they do not log in for a week, and, you know, they are kind of quite more casual player. Hope you get an easy lobby as well, Crucial. We'll see what I do get today, but I mean, for me, it does not really matter, you know. If it's hard for me, it's hard for everybody else usually, unless like you are just in a crowded place. But like when there are too many, like sometimes I find that I really struggle to kill the patrol and level up my skill, and all of that is like a nightmare, and I stress, and I'm like, I'm not gonna rank and stuff. And it's often where I get the best ranking, to be honest. But if you play a bit better than everybody else, and everybody else struggle to do their things, and, you know, it's quite okay at the end of the day. So location is quite good. Level 2, level 2, level 1, level 1, level 2, level 2. So like that's pretty good. Mines are around, just a bit far, but that's, you know, if we don't have too many friends, that's a problem. You know, a lot of level 2. So So here it's pretty good, right? So these, like the way it's gonna work, right? These gonna go very quickly, all of that, and then people, clear the like this part a lot, and level 2 and level 3 mine, it takes time to clean them. So I'll go toward these, but there are someone in between, so that guy is gonna clear them. So it's not. I just hope I can get these two quickly. That guy is a bit slow. That's really what I'm hoping. And then I'll get these two, and then this one, should be safe. Wow. I mean, it's only 79, but for now it's a tiny, tiny bit crowded around me. I mean, if you pick the wrong first kill, then you have to kind of swap strategy, right? You cannot kill patrol, you have to swap for the mining strategy and the well strategy, and you can do it on mine level 2. But you're not gonna it's not gonna be crazy. You're gonna make 350k. But it's a chill way to rank 20. If you want to chill, it's a very chill way to rank 20. But I do hope that some of these guys teleport. That will be nice. But so far we are at 91. The well video, like the video I made yesterday, is working quite well actually. I'm happy. I was wondering if that's something that would work out. I mean, I'm kind of explaining how not to be able to beat whales. That's my only concern when I do such a video, is like more, the more whales are doing it, the less we will rank. But we have quite a few spenders on the channel, so I do feel they should be they should know the best strategy for them as well. Even if it means like other player might not be able to rank much. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. So we're ready, we go. Good luck for everyone that does it as well. We're already 19. Guys, it's really, really cool. Like, it used to be that 19 is like the peak of the stream, right? Now, right now, every time I turn on, 19 is like done in second. So you do not want to meet that before you kill more. That's really important. So they are already all taken, so that's pretty bad. What can we do? I'm really stressing a bit less about gems now that I got the meteor skin. I'm a bit slow with these, but it was not really good. So the start with the patrol is not amazing. Level 3 is okay. Occupy a vein successfully, right? I don't need to mess that one up. Because I hesitated. Somehow I could not remember if it was right or left, even after 2 years. So let's pop some of these. Try to see if we can get, scare people as well with the meteor. And we got it around 25-30, so that's not too bad. It's not a crazy start, but it's actually not too bad. We're gonna get the next patrol in 1 minute. And hopefully by then people move the beat, I don't think I can get any close. Yeah, these are quite far. They're not too bad, but they're quite far. So let's focus on timing everything properly. People are not really stealing the thing in the corner yet. So we should get... I need to pay attention if we get the 5k, but we should get the 5k. Yeah, we got the 5k, but I need to call things back, especially the one that are a bit further, sorry. We can just recall everything. It does not worse, you know, a tiny bit of extra gathering you do is really weak. So now we should get, very soon they should start to reappear. It's closer to 20, you know, 23, 30, but... it can be any time now, see? And I need to get the 5k as well. That's kind of where you lose track of it, at least I do. I want the dude behind. I think I got the 5k, I did not check, so, you know, if I doubt, I'll just send it again and... So I got the 5k, so we are probably around 25 sec. Here we go here. I should be able to get, you know, to level 3 pretty easily, to level 5 or 6, whichever is the number of the skill. That should be quite doable by then. It's not too busy for the patrols. These are a bit... 25, so I need to send. That's gonna be around 14, right? So we are back up in point, right? You see that it's working. It's just that we have 2 minutes before the volcano. So if we can squeeze a few patrol, that's gonna be with pleasure. That's where, you know, sometimes it makes sense to use it, is when you don't really know where they are. So this one needs to be speed up at least once to be able to come back for the volcanoes. That's why there are not much to do, so, you know, time is to collect these. And maybe just gather a tiny bit for a minute. Just paying attention if I get the 5k. Yeah, I just got the 5k, so it was 13 sec. There are quite a bit of space in the level 2. Should I kind of scare someone? Try to have them leave, you know? Sometimes it works. I'll try to bully someone a bit. So it's not amazing start. But it's so far it's okay. Nemo is always doing good. Every time I'm with him, he's always doing good. So let's recall, like there are, you know, there are a few spawning, so that I can get before someone else. And I should be, we said around 13, so that will be okay as well. And I can just recall it just before. So we got the 5k. Yeah, we did. And we are just good for the volcanoes. I really feel the volcanoes are not good lately. I really struggle to get good volcanoes, to be honest. So I'll go with 4 volcanoes, 2 patrols, and I'll get, you know, my 5k points safely, and that's gonna be good enough. I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Like a volcano is 4k. If you get 2 patrols per March you did not get a volcano, it's 3k, right? So it's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. I just need to not meet that. Someone is still killing patrol. That's a bit terrible for them because they go very far. So, I mean, at least they're not taking volcanoes. So now we'll do 6 volcanoes because there is no patrols and the timing for the 5k is really, really close to the minute. It's like 1803 the next one. So I cannot really... I'm not sure I can get it timely because I will want to send to 6 volcanoes. I mean, still better to do the 5k than a volcano, to be honest. Let's calculate. That should be okay. So we want to use that now. And let's try to find a better spot after that. 20 sec, that's a bit far. So really not too happy with the volcano. That's gonna give me time to find something better for myself. So right there it looks okay, right? It looks quite quiet. See, like that? Okay, it's not quiet anymore. That dude kind of woke up, he was kind of AFK. Oh, I had the perfect spot for a while. So now I need to teleport. It's getting very late. That's a lot of points missed. Okay. Wow. That's really what you don't want to do that. That was really bad. And maybe even too close to level 2 mines. I'll try to blow that one up, see if I can collect the corners. So I got 2 extra volcano at the end of the day. And very late, so it's just terrible. It is just really terrible. And that do not give me extra corners level 2. So I should have went where, you know, the first spot I found. Even if the guy collected most of them. And I went tiny bit too close to middle, which I really dislike at that stage of the game. Patrols are going a bit too fast. But we should, you know, we will have patrol in a minute again, so it's really not that bad, but... My experience is that if you go too close to middle, you regret it for points. I might have a chance, you know, to do like the well strategy. I mean, I don't know these guys are, but the middle it does not seem to be like controlled by crazy guys. So we could find some mines that are with corners. So it's I'm really far from a perfect run, to be honest. I'm really not doing that much. I don't track the 5k anymore at all, so I have no clue where we are at. Should I get it before? Yes. Hopefully it was me. This guy is a bit too close. So let's keep going with the 5K. I need to look it up. That should be okay. I should get it. If someone has a clue about the 5K point, let me know. 1327. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you very much. So it's gonna be 20, 1220. I'm just gonna show that's my territory and, you know, you can F. Hey, Star! Welcome, friend. Did you have a report for us today? Who did you bully? It's a day for reports for you, so... So that's where I like it. Most people, so some people start to really, so I need to get to a mine. But many people are gathering. So, you know, some of the patrols are a bit easy. So we got it was 1217, so it's 1117. Yeah, I think Star is doing me infidelities. Clearly not not showing up on time anymore. But I was assuming he's a guy, yes. You know, we live in a world that it, you know, whatever you are is okay. So I said around what, 11 something? So it's nearly time for wave 2. So it's a small, it's a very gentle cruise so far, to be honest. It's not too stressful. Not pushing it too hard as well. This one is never coming back in time. So this one is one boost one way and one boost the other way. Are you buddy with life, Star? You have to rank in CG. Yeah, you can. That's a good excuse. So this one is here, this one is here, this one is the one that is far, right? And it needs back a bit. Come home, see daddy. And this one as well. I'm speeding up like I never did that in the past. Like Foundry, like Tundra arm leagues made me like a gem waster. Made me used to speed up my march. And I do it like if I have, you know. So these are very, very far, to be honest, but why not? They should be okay. I think I need to time my 5K again. I think I totally lost track of it, so we'll see if I get it now. That's more important than another volcano. Yeah, we just got it, and we can do a patrol. So like, patrol plus timing the 5K is 6.5K, right? And the volcano is 4K, so that's if you have to choose. I might try to go middle. I don't know. What do you think, guys? I should try to go middle? Oh, I clicked. I think I prefer the sides, to be honest. Wow, these are very far. That's gonna be okay at the end of the day. Because now they're very close, so... $8.27, yeah, so I'm due to do it. So I'll send. We'll do that. Because that's wave 3. We're gonna recall. And we're gonna find a new home. We're gonna find a new home in a sec. And hopefully we can squeeze some volcanoes. Yes, I don't care, I'll beat you. So it was somewhere there, we had a good spot. I'll go here. So 1, 2, 3, let's go. Most are done. It's just the zooming in on the computer after you teleported. Wow. I hate it so bad. So we will lost 5k, I think, right? I did not trigger the 5k in a bit. So that's gonna be 655, something like that, right? Gonna be 655, I think. I'll try my luck middle when I can. So far I'm first, so, you know, keep going, Tonton. So we have a lot now. We really do have a lot. So I need to see, can I get middle? So my best march is not here at all. Base march is not here as well. I'll send my second march for now and I'll send my best march later. See how it goes. So that should be good now. I'm actually not need to pay attention to that. So that should be 5k. Yeah, that was 5k. There were a lot of people trying to get the dudes, so... But we should have a new wave soon, so... There's a volcano still, that's crazy. So I'm gonna send them a bit far just to see if I can pop a building. Maybe scare that dude a bit. Trigger the 5k. And get them back immediately because we should have the... So it was 431. We should have a new wave of monsters soon. So did I manage to win for a sec? So I got middle for a sec. That's good. Returning, okay. When it's returning, you cannot as well. Fair enough. It felt like there was no big whales, so... It's just kind of lacking patrols badly. That's the main problem. Let's get the 5k. I think I'm gonna... I need not to meet that too bad. So I got it, was 317. That's 14 sec, and if I do Gina, that's 14 sec. So Gina is actually not working. I swear I thought it was working in that game mode. So in that case, I could nearly teleport to recall off my march, you know. That could be an option as well. That's a kind of a whale move, but you know, you could do it. Wow, I cannot have my main march somehow. Yes. That's what we want. I just need to go a tiny bit faster, so I'm actually can use the free teleport at the end to get a few more patrols eventually. And I want to get this one back. It should not have been there for that long. It's close, Memo. Oh, yeah, you're going... Let's see how it goes. So I should definitely get that. And teleport, you know. In 6 sec, I should definitely teleport again. I'm accumulating time middle, so I will teleport as soon as that's done, because I'll get 3 of these. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm leaving middle. I prefer the save point that I don't know the time. I should have checked middle. That's gonna be it, guys. That's gonna be the points we make today. Just gonna send that for sure. And finger crossed, I'm not checking middle, so we'll see. But number one, nearly 500k points with the free-to-play strat. So it can work. It was a, it was a good run. It was a really good run. It's not gonna be like that every time. But Memo did not went for middle, so he ended up being behind quite a bit. Oh, weird as well. I don't know who that's, if it's my alliance. It's about one that changed name, probably. So good job, everyone. Really happy. Long time did not do first with free, but that's like that means they should be like probably red. He was probably not crazy strong, but he could have been the whale that got middle most. We will look at it. I'm a bit surprised. I'm a bit even better than the whale strategy last time. Where do I get more? Oh, I need to get going with Crazy Joe actually. We have Crazy Joe in 4 minutes, so I need to stop Slack, and I need to reinforce. I need to go. I need to go. Farms are fully taken. Farm, I mean, 4 minutes before the beginning. You know, it's not gonna be great. 3 minutes. I mean, that should be okay. That's a farm. That should be really okay. Chocolat should be... El Patron, I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he's still at work, so I'm not sure. I need to find a neighbor as well, because Assassin is not super close. I'll try Spartano. They are eager to progress and to catch up. So that's someone that started very late and that, you know, friend of someone, and they want to catch up. So the other Eat guy was not in my alliance, because it would have told me. I was like, I don't know that name, so... I'm 45, not mocking or whatever, but that's okay, Link. You know, you don't... I care to rank, so I go, you know, I practice to try to, and, you know, it happens regularly. It's not everyone cares to rank. If you do care to rank, then you have to step up. But, you know, if you don't care to rank, that's really okay. So we'll do that for now. It's like in a minute and a half. That's good enough. Tuesday Crazy Joe is always a bit rushed. So you are doing okay. I can rank with this SVS. Hello, Sats. So I missed quite a few things. So Sat joined the stream. Welcome. Who was... someone was having issues. I'll check later. Why do we have a red dot? It's telling me to play the dead shot. Do you want to do some dead shots? Just catching up with the chat. Rank 2 so far, SVS prep day 1, I did 27 million points. That's really good, Star. That's really good. Hopefully you get a good ranking. For how long you say? Was it 2 months? Because 2 months is a bit rough sometimes, but... Thank you, Skios, for the split and, you know, reminding me of the time. That really helped. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for helping with that. I did that. I did not read you before, but I did took the down middle, like I say. It's rare I can, to be honest. We can look at it, but See, but like these guys are not, they are strong, right? But they are not like close to maxed out. So when they have 21k troops, so I guess the timing was right. I did not try to time. You could spend more time trying to get middle and looking at who is attacking and trying to time after a stronger player. But like see red, I was expecting him to be first. I was expecting him to be first, and I think he could be easily because he was clearly the stronger player of the battlefield. So if we look at, can I see the occupation? There is somewhere you can see the points, right? Did I miss it? Was it in the end screen and I cannot access it anymore? But let's look at state of power. I mean, we're catching up 10 million, but it looks like we'll have to fight for our castle, to be honest, and that's really tough. So let's look at the points. Day 3, save us all. We'll see how it goes. It's quite close, Star, for you, so maybe you have a chance day 3. Do you think that's people that have a lot of farms for like for day 3? I have sometimes kids are playing. That's, you know, when they are old enough, it happens, I've heard. I never had kids, you know, but my wife got 2. They are like 21, 23. So now, you know, we are chill. Yeah, I agree. Valeria is pretty tough. Like, I'll check the cities and adjust, but if you look at Valeria, so I managed to put her level 30, which, you know, if you are free to play, it's gonna be rough to do that right away. And level 30, you can only do that skill to level 7 out of 10. So you are missing 6% points, so that's a lot. And you are missing a third item, right? I mean, you are missing the extra tier. And to get her max, you need Casual 2. And Casual 2 is level 50, but that's often the case with experts, right? You can do most of the skills you want around level 50 to 60 for most of them. So it's not different. So you will want these 2, you know. Did I do a video updated guide on the expert? I don't think, I don't remember the guides I make sometimes. So I'll check the report in a sec. Thank you. So that's my benchmark, is my farm, because there are only 2 people in it. And that's the other ones, right? So Lily is okay. Spartano is taking all the kill. It's really funny. Like Rizal is not really playing. He's like, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but they are not that active. Galans is like a friend of someone that he's trying to catch up. So he started, like, you know, the game when we were Fire Crystal 10. So he's nearly Furnace 30. So it's kind of like the casual and the weaker players defending each other. Like Spartano is someone that's catching up that started very late as well. He's like Fire Crystal 6. So it's like, I should make points. I should get kills. They are very, very weak players. That's okay. First wave, they're gonna make kill and then they're gonna stop making kill. That is not the best. Assassin is like, did not empty his city, so I'll see if I'll swap. Maybe I swap troops a bit. Make a video regarding how to prioritize experts, again, because I think my opinion, Valeria, should be done passively. I'm just not sure exactly when Valeria is becoming available. I think, did I make a video? Let me check. Because, you know, I like when you do a video a day after a week, I don't know what I recorded the week before. I made an updated video on Valeria. But was it when I was 24th of December? That was when I was at my sister, so the quality is not great, so I was planning to do another one. But for me, the order did not change, you know. It's like Agnes, Cyril or Cyril Agnes. Then you do between Olger, Valeria, or Baldur. You do which one you want. And you can do these 3 to level 30 each to get most of the skills of most of them. That could be a strategy. So you do Agnes, Cyril 50, it's very easy. Agnes, you do 50 as well. Then you do the other 3 30. You do Romulus and Fabian passive. And then, you know, you pick them one by one, put them 50 whenever you can, based on what you prefer. And that's going to be okay. That's really going to be okay, to be honest. That's going to be good enough. The big mistakes will be to leave like a Baldur, a Valeria, a Olger level 10 for too long, right? And focusing too strong, like putting Olger 70 and forgetting Baldur and Valeria. For me, that will be a mistake for most people. If you just care about Arena, you play at reset, you focus on hero gear, you buy a beat, and you're already getting a lot from Arena, and that's your thing. Why not? You know, who cares? Why not? But that's not crazy. Yeah, I agree, Star. When she's 30, she's good for me because I push on SVS. I will want her 50, and I will want her maxed out, right? Because that 6% point is too much. But for free to play, that's okay. Any news about the seasonal event? So the seasonal event will be the silver shell shop. So if you look here, you have it, right? Glorious Endeavor, the Silver Frost shop. So I have a guide, video guide from last time we had it in October, which is it's the same. It's gonna be a reskin of the same event, right? Often this event is like having a few different versions, but it's always working the same. It's just like because it's in winter and it's like for New Year, it will have a different theme, a different name. Event will have different name, but it always works the same with the silver shells, right? So it mostly spender event. You get tiny bit as a free to play, and I have a guide on the Discord that is a written summary of it, and I have a video about it. So that's all we got so far. And we got, in the meantime, we got this one, supply drop, which I think we got, you know, every time. At the time of the year, we got it every time. I think something like that. It's it's very simple. You just need to kill enough beasts. The only one you might need to pay attention to is beast. Everything else, if you do a bit during SVS prep, it's gonna be okay. That's 30k gems. That's 60 hours of speed up. So that's, you know, that's really simple. Is it a good or bad event? If you have money, it's a good event. If you spend, it's a good event. If you don't spend, you don't get much. It's good in the sense that you can get some buildings, and, you know, free to play, they make a lot of sense. You can get these 2 buildings basically. So this one is extra research speed, and this one is extra training speed. So you can get these usually. So that's one way to get these. That's the event where you get these buildings. So that's, you know, you might not want to have them level 5, it's too much, but, you know, you can get them level 2 or 3 as free to play, and that's quite okay. They are quite okay, level 2 or 3, it's gonna be, you know, 6 to 9 training, and that's gonna be 4 to 6, sorry. Research speed up, so I mean, speed for research is gonna be, at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay. So, you know, that's the event where you can get the Arbor as well. Where is the Arbor? Tree of Life. But the Arbor is like not 1,000, it's like $100 worth of in the shop. I think it's $80 or $100 for the Arbor. I think that the first month I really decided to spend more with the YouTube channel. I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna invest a bit more. I bought myself the Arbor, but that's a bit pricey for for 3% health and lethality. Let's say it that way. It's a bit pricey for that. That's why you get the Arbor. So that's one way to. You get skin as well. Usually, you know, you can get teleport skin. You can get marching skin from previous events. So, you know, you rarely want to go for fire crystals or for other things. If you want to enjoy the game and have a skin and have something fun, you know. If you just care about optimizing, then of course you should get, you know, some fire crystals, some mithril charms. I think are not too bad. But silver shell is good for skins. If you care about skins. What is the best ratio for events? M7 D339. It really depends on where you are, right? The default is I send 100% inventory everywhere, right? So because I'm late in the game, I have that many troops, right, in total. So if I look at what's left in my city, I have that left in my city. So I send 6 March with only infantry. I still got 152k of infantry. So here with these, and these as well, and these as well, all my infantry, they are taking kills away from my teammates. So I'm taking points away from my teammates. So that's why you want to remove your infantry. But that's assuming you kill everything, right? For us, you know, it's quite easy. We are quite late in the game. Crazy Joe is easy. We kill everything. That's no problem. Nobody's burning. If you burn, then you move from, or if you don't have enough infantry to only send 6 marches of infantry, then you start to add lancers to it. So it could be 90-10, 80-20, 70-30, whatever the ratio is, right? On my farm, I think I've sent 80-20 because I'm killing a lot of infantry regularly on my farm, so I can empty my farm of their infantry. So if you look at reports on my farm, it's level 9. Oh, so I should actually to reinforce. I'm talking, but you know. So that's 65, and that's... So let's save as 12. And that should be okay. That's 5 people, so we are 10 out of 15. So that's really, really cool. So if you look at my farm, I'll show you. So that's the difference between a city with no infantry. Like my farm, I made 11k points, and that's someone that has a lot of infantry. So you see Lily, if I go to here, I check Lily. She has survivor, you can see her infantry. So she did not empty her city, or she removed the same amount of troops, but she probably just did not come online for Crazy Joe, did not empty. So she has 600k of, she has FC5. It's one of the, I don't know where she's from, but she's probably a friend of someone that's catching up. So you see she does most of the kill. So that's, she takes away from us, basically. We would have done this kill and it would have given us more points, when for her, it does not give her any points to get killed. When you defend your city, you only get points based on the loss rate ratio. So if it's 100%, you get 100% of the point you can get as a defensor. And you know, if you don't defend 100%, then you start to get less points. But as long as she defends 100%, she should not get killed as much as possible, because that's only giving more points to us, right? So we should get the kills. And infantry attack first, so you want to send infantry. And infantry are stealing kills from your teammates, so you want to empty your infantry from your city. So it all makes sense. But if you cannot, or if you don't have enough infantry, then you send lancers, because they are the one attacking next. I don't know if it was too quick or if it makes sense. Let me know for the ratio and how it works. And you see, even my farm is getting some kills. So that's really interesting. So why my farm is getting some kills? Who is doing the kills? Somehow, some ways, the lancers are doing the kills. So I should probably send a tiny bit of lancers on my farm. So I'll actually swap. Some of these. I'll go... that's my farm. Assassin E, you know, that's okay. Belch, I'll send as well. El Patron, Lily. So I'll change a bit of my troops on some of these. I'll do 80-20. I'll do 80-20 because if Lancers are already doing damage, it might be because level 22 Crazy Joe is quite stronger and I'm not too sure about it. $80-20, so I was here, I was as well here. That's my second march, so we can take it. 80-20, and I was here as well, right? So that's my third match, so we can do it. We got Crazy Joe? Yeah, we got Crazy Joe. I'm gonna swap Assassin as well. He's not emptying his city, so he's safe. You didn't know, Star? T8s are stronger. You should have T8s. Everyone should have T8s. They are stronger. No, they are not stronger. They are just they are just Amos, Nora, Gwen, 80-20. Let's go. It's just that I want to make points in training. I want to make more points in training, so you know, I'm depending on the events and on the schedule of the day. I'm training mostly T8s. I'm training T10s on Alliance mobilization. It's just easier with the mass, with the numbers you need to train. It's just like very simple numbers with FC9 or FC10. I do the same on marksmen. And I do not do that on lancers because I just have too much lancers, but I might change my mind, right? I'll increase. Actually, I need a 300-400k more marksman for bear. I want to use more marksman in bear. So I need to increase a bit my marksman count. With 7 march, that does not work. I need like 200-300k more. And in SVS battle, like before the battle, to burn cities, I'm gonna use 60-40 only. So I might start to lose lancers actually. So I need to see how lancers are sustaining with 60-40. Hello Chris, good evening, welcome. Fire Crystal has more value than the 2 buildings. Maybe in the, I'm assuming you speak about the event. It depends on the point of view, I guess. Technically, it could, right? It could be because, you know, Fire Crystal will allow you not to lag behind the wells and have good troops. Honestly, if you think about yourself, a bit of training speed up and a bit of research speed up is doing quite a bit. So I'll go for the buildings, to be honest. I'll put these buildings level 3 at the free-to-play and not care about the Fire Crystal on the Silver Shell events. That's how I do it on my farm. You know, my farm is nearly FC10 compared to everyone else. You know, I'm missing 1 upgrade of FC10. So in 2 weeks, my farm could be Furnace FC10. In a month and a half, it could have all troops FC10. So if you look around, you know, it's really not ridiculous. So, you know, for me, like Silver Shell is one event you should kind of treat yourself with whatever you like. Teleport skin is like $40. Unless you accumulate for many events, you can get some of the old March skins. So for me, I got the... I don't really collect, you know, old skin I could have had that I did not, but I got the unicorn, for example. Sometimes you can get the unicorn. And that's one I find funny. I like the kind of the animation when it hits a city, and I find, you know, funny that a unicorn is smashing your city. So it's a popular one usually. So you can get something you like, but it costs a bit of money eventually. The buildings, you will do them very slowly. Like we have Silver Shell 3-4 times a year, so... I do T9 to T10 for SVS because T8 are bothering me, but I know it has been computed. But T8 to T10 is a tiny bit better. A link, it's like technically T9 is better for points. Why is it better for points? It's because you are training, pre-training more. because it takes longer to train T9 than TH, right? So you are pre-training before SVS more of the troops, so the promotion give more points. But the issue with T9 is if you look at the amount I have, and that's been a month of saving, right? That I've been training T8, T9, T10, depending on the events. For about a month, I am in T11. That's nowhere near all the speed ups I need, right? All the speed up that the game give me. That's nowhere near. So if you train T8, T10, on paper, they give more points when you promote. But the amount of T10 you're gonna have, it's gonna be 20% of your training speed up. So you're gonna get more points on 20% of your speed ups. And then you're gonna train T11, and then you're gonna get, you know, the regular points. So if you train T8, you get a tiny bit less point, but you're gonna have more points on 50, 60% of your speed up, maybe a bit more. That's why some people go all down, you know, they go down and they train like lower troops. So they can use 100% of their speed ups on lower troops to promote. And that's actually why you get the most point technically. That's really why you get the most point, because you pre-train as much as possible as you can before SVS prep. So you have to train less in SVS prep because whatever you already have is like pre-trained, right? Don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, on paper, T9 are better or T10 are better if you have T11. In reality, it does not work that way. Paper is not always reality, if that makes sense. So your video for Frostfire and trade your style got first place. Thanks for the tips. Good job, Kite. Good job. It's not easy to... for me, at least, it took me a few weeks. You know, I did like the first time I've seen this video, like it was 2 years ago for these guys on YouTube. You know, I did not invented the strategy. I found it first week I was playing Frostfire Mine. So played on my farm, practiced on my main. Next, you know, 2 weeks later, played on my farm, practiced on my main. And then I started to rank, you know, 1 or 2 every time at the time because nobody was watching YouTube videos and nobody knew how to play. So it was the golden era of Whiteout Survival. You know, if you knew a bit what you do, you were a king. Nobody had a clue about what they were doing. It started a bit though. It started a bit. People started to watch YouTube a bit more, but you know, nowadays everyone knows what to do. So it's at least so many people. So good job. It's a very, very old strategy. It still works very well. Still many people are not aware of it. I'm not sure how, but I'm FC8 and I need about 1.350, well, I'm so tired. I don't even know how to read numbers. So 1.35 million marksmen for bear. Yeah. So that's exactly what I need as well. I'm not gonna use 198 yet. Because it's just too much marksmen. I think I'm using right now. I'm trying the ratio I got from the Worst Nerd guys, right? So I'm doing 1.990, and they basically said you could go as low as 0.5 for the infantry, but they still suggest some Lancer. They still kind of suggest to go to do. I think like it's more like Gen. I think it's at Gen 9 and Gen 11. You can go like 0.5 and 5% Lancer, something like that. So long term, I will need 1.5 million, more or less, right? I'll need half of more of the marksmen, right? Infantry, I would love to have 2.5 million, and Lancer, that's enough. But 1.198, what Twiby, what are you, what is your gen? Gen FC8, you are what? Gen, it feels to me that 1.198 is working better, but I did not do enough tests than 1.990. You know, if you're like, yeah, of course you have more marksmen, but you know, 1.1 could be not enough tanking unit, so you make just low damage. Fred Gen 7, okay. Many people say do not heal during CG. Yeah, of course, Dark agrees. You don't want to heal. Because if I'm healing, and for us, you know, it does not matter because like that's very low amount of troops. But what happens if I'm healing, right? Let's say I've emptied my city of infantry. If I'm healing, I'm putting back infantry in my city. So that's bad. if you are burning, of course heal, you know, because if you are burning twice, you are not making points anymore to anybody, and when you are burning, you make a lot less point to everybody as well. So you really don't want to burn anyway. So if you are burning, heal, and you know, unless your alliance is like, you know, crazy about it and they're gonna kick you and give you troubles for that. But if you're about to burn, or if you're burning, heal all you can. Recall a march from someone you are reinforcing, you know. So you can last a bit longer. Someone that is hopefully like well reinforced and that is not at risk to burn himself, right? So you guys are neighbor maybe. Just unlock Bradley today. Enjoy Bradley. Bradley is the best. Oh yeah, we have some. I'm just checking where we are. We are 17. We have a bit of time. I was wondering, why do I have red dots? So that's today. That's one. Yeah, you did a lot, yeah. Eddie's like, you know, because I unlocked them in I did Eddie's immediately, and I think I did Bradley 3 stars, but I tried with Eddie's first, and then I added Bradley to the mix, and I think it was really insane. It was, yes, Black Reaper is Starfinger. But see, you start to be really good, you know, for free to play. If you look at your gear and stuff, that's, you know, that's really cool to see. Like you might want to swap to Lancers, to be honest. When you burn cities, we'll do some TED this weekend if we can. I'll try to stream. I need to kind of see with the wife, because I think she's working Sunday. So if I stream all day Saturday, it's you know, it's not really cool. So I'll see. But 60-40 seems to be so much better at burning cities. I mean, for Frostfire mine, you don't have to pick, right? You cannot choose. But if you want to, you know, you might have a. Maybe you finish here, right? You do the boots, you put them to 39, and then you do the same on your Lancer. So I'll consider it at least. I mean, that guy is like a... How the F are you so weak? That's like a really, really weak. That's insanely weak. So you're bullying noobs. But that's pretty cool. Look pretty strong. I'm not paying too much attention. How am I doing? Was 16. That's not great. 14. That's a bit low. Why is it not working that well? Okay, it's only because we are wave 18 eating. And only Lily is online. Wow. That's the issue with my strategy. I'm mostly reinforcing people for good points, but I'm missing so many points on online wave, so... See the lethality. I'll check the lethality. I'm just... let's just wait maybe that I'm in HQ. Let's just be safe. Yeah, that's a bit better, but that's not crazy points, to be honest. And I need to do the... I need to do it in multiple alliances, to be honest, like to get more points. That's... That's important. They should do it in 2 rows, don't you think? Like we should have 2 rows of 6 or 2 rows of 8. I'm not against 18 of these, 16 of these, right? 2 rows of 8. But you have to kind of scroll back right and left. For that is actually not really good. So see lethality. We don't care for infantry, right? Health. Oh, but you had the buff. You play with the buff. you just care to help people. Do you manage to rank? I mean, if you already have Eddie's 5 stars and Bradley 4 stars, Widget 1, 2, it's like huge. It's like, you know, in arena and exploration, you feel like a god for a few moments. Even exploration, you will really feel it in exploration, to be honest. The feature about the different marches is quite cool. I don't know if they do that in other games. That's actually a good one. Oh, Muro burnt. I mean, they got D-Road like SVS. Like Muro was away last SVS, and they got D-Road like to the last unit. You know, they attacked him until like the last unit was in the infirmary. So. I mean, like I said, you know, if you are not top 3, you know, just have fun, I guess. Just have fun, I guess. So now you can go to, okay, you can go to 5 million points solo. I mean, these are very small, to be honest. So, like, it's kind of who cares. I'm gonna get this one. What do you get? You get 1,500. You get 15 of these. You get 3 of the designs. So these are literally like you get that twice a month. Yeah. I mean, twice every 2 weeks. So you get 4 times a month. So it's really, really small. It's really, really, really small. But the 5 million is a bit high. And I did not do that well. So I did not really pay attention. We mostly talked. So. That's with the buff, it's a bit, you know, with all the extra points. You know, if I beat Memo again, I'm happy. I'm sorry for you, mate. But Ugurli is doing okay. But we are not using many farms. We are using very little farms, so that's really tough right now. But people are doing okay. You watch anime or something, Tonton? Not that much right now. I did a bit. I'm not a big fan of anime. I probably like the most common one that, you know, like anime fan or like whatever, but I like Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid a lot, so still probably one of the things I like to watch the most. Probably Dragon Ball Z because it's just my kid thing, you know. I loved it when I was a kid. I watched One Piece. Nearly all of it, I think. I might have dropped. I tried it 2 times, One Piece, and I think I dropped close to the end every time. I watched some on the Netflix. That there was one with like giants. I forgot the name. That was very popular when it came out. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, DBZ, Dragon Ball Z, I'm not sure. I actually need to watch like Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball whatever. I probably need to buy like a Crunchyroll for a month or 2 and just go through them when I have a bit of time, because I see a lot of reels on YouTube. I see a lot of videos about it, but I watched, like I read the mangas, like the Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball D books, manga thingy. Like we used to have that as kids as well. I used to read them a lot. And Globskin at 3,000 followers. 3B, we have a we have a 10k dollars issue value of the account, right? Yeah. When I spend 10k more, which is probably tripling what I spent on, no, doubling what I spent on. No, I'm not at 7.5. I think I'm barely at 5k, to be honest. And that's really like most of it is the YouTube money. It's really the YouTube money, most of it. Thanks to you guys. I would not otherwise. Like it's a bit too much. So that's really like putting back everything I got from YouTube plus a bit of of my own pocket. So Globskin, not anytime soon. I'm really far for Globskin. If I use my VIP points, and I'm not buying VIP points with gems anymore. So I used to, but I'm not anymore. I'll get. I might not do that forever because I think there is a huge diminishing return on them. But I'll get. I'll get a few thousand of these, maybe 5k, 10k of these at least before I move to consider getting the Globskin with gems. I think so. I might do the Globskin because it's fun, I think, for the content creation. But if you are like a very, very weak, very, very weak Globskin because you don't have pets, you don't have everything else, it's a bit tough. Hey, Unit. I'm doing good, and you? I'm again tired, a bit tired today, but I mean, Meteor, I got it because if you buy it with gems, I mean, if you don't pour, where is it? If you don't pour, I spend millions of gems in VIP points, really millions of gems. So if you just buy it with packs, it's a very different price, right? It's a very, very different price. So yeah, it's a if you're gonna spend, if you spend 3,000 a month, you don't care, you're gonna get it quick. But for me, I'm nowhere near that, so it's gonna take forever anyway. Let's do some dead shots. Let's see if you guys are bringing me any luck today. So 1 chest upgrade, 1 key, 2 chest upgrade, 2 chests. That's quite okay, right? 3 chests. If I get 1 more chest upgrade, that's pretty good. It's already pretty good, right? Gold times 3 on 5 keys. Plus, I got a bit lucky with that, so I love pets, I really need more. I think that's where you can get a lot of stats with a bit of gems, and there is a lot of stats to go in pets. Yeah, it really feels bad most of the time, dead shots. Well, I see yeah. I use 5 coupons. For me, they should at least double the rewards. That will make sense. But that's all we can do, so. How did I spend my time during COVID? It depends. I moved country and cities during COVID, so it really depends. When we had COVID first, I was in Dublin, Ireland. So I was, how do you say, confined? How do they call it? Confinement in English? in like a 40-meter square flats in the city center of Dublin. Was terrible. Then the second time I've moved back to France, I was in the countryside. We could go. The woods were not too far, so you just go, by the back door of your house, and you just go to the woods and you do whatever the heck you want. Nobody is there. I spent a lot of time outside with the neighbors, hiking and doing that. And it was as well during the winter, so we spent a lot of time like doing, I don't know, hiking, I guess, cold exposure, cold plunge, all of this stuff. But I work 100% remotely, so work is never an issue, right? Yeah, we had quarantine, but like in France, we had that thing that we had 2 confinements. So the first one, I had a confinement in Ireland, right? Then I had a second one? I had 2 confinements in Ireland. So the first one, I was in Dublin. The second one, we moved to the countryside with my ex-wife. So I used to be married at the time. So we moved to the countryside. And we actually enjoyed quite a bit. It was like a little town. It was like very northwest of, it's a kind of a bit of a, it's like, like people living there have money, basically. You can feel it, right? There's a bit of money in that city, but, we got a cheap flat from a friend. And we spent a lot of time, along the coast, at the sea. And I was still employee at the time. So we had, but, I was like a medium level manager, let's say. So head of a department. So, it was really busy and really stressful. But eventually I lost the job, so I got a lot of time during the second one to just enjoy life. Being with my wife before we separated, going to the sea, going to the beach, hiking, biking. Like, we would take a few liberties, let's say, and, risk it a bit sometimes. And then the third one, they were doing in Ireland. I went back to France. We separated. And in France, we did not do a confinement. We did we had like this paper we signed ourselves during the day that you have telling, my name. I'm allowing myself to go outside because I need to go see the doctor. I'm allowing myself to go outside because I need to go to the pharmacy. Like, you need to have a good reason to go outside and you have to sign a paper yourself, which was like totally stupid. But that's France, but we had a curfew, the third one. So like many countries got a confinement for the third time. For us, we got a curfew. So it was like 6 p.m. you should be home. So you do whatever they want in the day. But 6 p.m. we should be home. But we are living in a small village. So, evenings was like spent with the neighbors and doing things like that. So we changed topic, right? But that's okay. Sounds a bit strange, but we got so many games like Whiteout Survival out there. So I want to ask, why did you go ahead and what specifically? Just the ads, man. I love cold exposure. I do cold plunges every day in the winter. Like we have a little bathtub outside. The water is like 2 degrees right now. So I just watched the ads and I was like, I don't know what it is, but it seems to be about surviving in the cold. I do cold exposure every day. Why not? Turned out it has nothing to do with the ads. It's a strategy game, and I used to play Clash of Clans a lot. I used to play Rise of Kingdom. So while Clash of Clans is a very different game, Rise of Kingdom is a lot more similar. That's the kind of game I like to play overall on mobile and stuff. So I got hooked. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Stick with it, and then help a lot my alliance with written guides, and everyone was like, make videos for about nearly a year. And at some point I was like, okay, I'll make videos. And then I started the YouTube channel, so it's it's a bit of a different story now. But it just saw the ads so many times that I was like, I tried a few other games at the time. I tried survival.io, something like that. That was okay. I forgot another one. But that's the one that stick the most. I was not playing game for a while. Like I stopped gaming for like 2-3 years. Maybe 2 years. Mobile game and stuff. So I went back to gaming with Whiteout and a few other games. Maybe I missed it, but do we expect a stream tomorrow? No, tomorrow I'll be with the wife. We'll do something together. It depends a bit. We, either we go hiking at the dark, at dawn, so we can see like the sunsets up there. With it's a bit snowy where we are. We have very little, like we have 2-3 centimeters, but like where I live, like we are below the clouds. I don't know if you've seen that, but in French Alps or in some other places, like because above the clouds it's warmer, then the clouds are never going up. Like so we have clouds all day. We are below the clouds all day. So the snow, it felt like 2 centimeters, but below the cloud is like -3 degrees all day. And as soon as you go above the clouds, which, you take your car, you drive half an hour, you go to like a ski resort or somewhere you hike and you get above the clouds. So you get a lot of sunshine. There is no clouds above the, the cloud that you just passed. You have like a sea of clouds between the mountains. So it's really nice to see because you have like the top of the mountain that's kind of going out of the sea of clouds. So we might do something like that. We might go somewhere where we can, have an open view with some friends, or I don't know. We'll see. We are not big on doing crazy stuff for New Year. It's not something I care a lot. She does not as well, so it depends. It really depends on how we feel tomorrow. If I stream, no. She will be okay if I decided to, but I prefer to spend time with her for that occasion. And worse, we could see friends as well, which is cool. But what do you guys do for New Year? Like for me, it's never been, since I'm 40 now. So since I've been 20, it's not a big thing anymore. We used to party a lot with friends and stuff, but that's quite a long time ago. Let's call it that way. I don't really care about it that much. But we live in a very beautiful spot, so if we can enjoy the mountain, the cold, all of that, it's I know many people do not like the cold, but it's a very, very good ally in life. Could be, at least. It's a very good master, like they say. So we might do in a bit. But that's gonna be in 2 hours from now, so it's a bit late. I'm doing a tasting menu. That's pretty good. Well, what kind of food do you go for? Like, is that like a 4-star restaurant, or is like something special? It's our tradition for the last 10 years. So any reason to yeah, it's like, it's kids, right? You love them, but sometimes you are so happy to get away. That's what I understand from that. So, but someone have to keep them, so I guess it's like a grandpa, grandma for them. So we can actually swap threads in Arena. I'm not sure why I'm refreshing, but we can swap Rene, we can do threads, we can swap Edis, and we can do Gwen. I think I want to do that for myself. I think it might work better. It's 30 million power, but I used to lose a lot of matches with my farm with my 3 infantry setup. I regret so much about Magnus now that they made the change. Where do you live, Seth? I forgot. I mean, and it's it's the experience you get as well in these restaurants. We very rarely do that. It's not something we value a lot with my wife, but we do. Sometimes, you know, we go like to not very crazy expensive one because that's not. But you know, we like a decent, like medium price restaurant from time to time, and then you spend 3 hours, you drink something, you have a chat. It's more than just the food as well. It's when the Krakow, Poland. Okay, I don't know Poland. I met really many Polish people. I don't know the. I never went. I think maybe not even like you know, like on a train journey through the country or something like that. I don't think I went through it. So where is the farm at with that new event? Not sure about 31st night, but I'm not missing gym next day. I hope it's a leg day. I hope for you it's a leg day. You know, first of January, you should do a big leg day workout. So you never skip it in 2026. I used to go to the gym like a lot when we, you know, when we live in the city in my previous kind of life. But in the countryside, like gyms are 3 times the price. You need to drive 20-25 minutes to get there. I'm like, no way. It's like far too much money and far too much time spent for it. So kind of trying to do home workout as much as I can, which I'm not the best with. It's a lot easier for me to go to the gym than working out alone at my place. Some people manage though, but for me it's always have been a struggle. I either need to get a membership or to be in a sport club. Then I have no problem going. Usually when either I have a membership in the gym or sport club, it's like very easy to go. But if like I'm alone home, it's like always so hard to make myself do it. But it's probably like a very different culture, right? From the Caribbeans to Poland, probably kind of a bit of a. Don't know if it's a shock, but like it's really it's like two different worlds, right? In some ways. So I totally missed registering to AC on my farm with the buff and the pets. And I'm the AC manager, right? I'm telling people to do it, but I don't do it myself. We wanted to do like we did not plan it for tomorrow, but we have like some restaurant that do like a blind food tasting experience, like in the dark. Like we might have a blindfold, but it's like they made it like dark, like you don't see anything. Then you might even have a blindfold, maybe. I don't know, but that felt really cool. Like to focus on like your senses are like more acute, I guess. Is that the right words? They are more sensible. I know they do that quite a bit sometimes here for like Christmas or New Year. I mean, especially to Poland, right? It's probably a bit cold. I don't know much about the Caribbeans, right? I wish I knew more and I went, but I did not. It's probably like Poland probably feel a bit weird, the first winter. Salut Tagada, bienvenue. However, always fascinated by Europe and its story. So okay, cool. Yeah, heightened senses. Yes, you that's the word. Oh, the red dot is from the shop. So what did I do? Yeah, I did very poorly, but I reinforce offline players that are like kind of the AFK ones, not really active ones. So we did not do that much. Car is doing a lot of points. I'm not sure if they use farm or what. I should ask what they do special beyond farms. Ouais, je vais repasser dessus ta gala, pas de souci. Je finis ici, mais j'ai fini. So you guys are, how do you say, like from the same country? How do you call people from Caribbean? First time I got a job here, it was during winter. It was minus 15. I stayed in the apartment. It was too cold, so they called in. It's like, yeah, are you coming? Yeah, it's a bit of a shock. I remember like I did I've been doing cold exposure for quite a while, but I've been doing it alone. I've been going to the sea in winter and taking cold showers and stuff. So once I went to like a week-long retreat to really like teach you the basic and the safety of doing it, because that's something you can hurt yourself with, right? If you do cold exposure poorly, you can have frostbites, you can hurt yourself. So I was like, okay, before I go beyond and I do something stupid, I'll go and learn. And there was like a black guy from Africa that just arrived in Paris, and he was like, I cannot deal with the cold, so he went to the cold plunge or cold exposure training week to really get to make friend with the cold, because he was like, I'm not gonna stay in the country if I don't make friend with the cold, it's not gonna work. So I don't want to go back home. So he went for a week long, and it was pretty impressive to see like his progression and the way he kind of went from like, you could see his face the first time he went to the ice bath, like the water was 2 degrees. You could see his face and his body, his reaction was like he was about to die in his head, but it went very well at the end of the day. Was really happy with it. So I don't know if he's still in France or what he does now, but it was a very good experience. Yeah, for me, I prefer the cold than the heat. Like I don't know if I could handle like a super warm country. Prefer to freeze my ass in winter than melt in summer, But people are, sometimes they are made the other way, right? So it's really a personal thing. Let me do a bit of upgrades before we do that. What can we do? That's maybe good. Yeah, I don't have much. I really don't have much. Should I do Gadot? Should I do her, right? But that's more for yeah. Let's do her for exploration, and then I don't care about the rest. We'll do Labyrinth like that. Je suis dans 948. Donc ça, c'est mon main. Ça, c'est moi, ça c'était sur la fonderie. Dimanche. Je vais un peu vite, mais... I don't know much about the Caribbean. Is it like a big... Do you have like a lot of island, or like the big... is like a really big island? Like, can you be from the Caribbeans and like not being nowhere near each other because it's like it's different islands, or? Trying to look at Google a bit. Because the closest I've been is like I went to Costa Rica once. So I went to Brazil, but I was south of Brazil, so it's kind of far, right? It's probably not really where you guys live and probably quite different, right? Teach me a swear word in France. You have some French viewer that can tell you, what's one. That's the first thing people learn, right? When they go to another country, they learn the French, the swear words. I don't swear that much, actually. I'm not a big swear guy. It's not really a thing I do a lot. See, Tagada is gonna teach you a few words. But we use putain a lot, yes. It's like, it means slut, but it's like fuck, we use it for fuck. It's like, you use it all the time for whatever. You upset, you say it. You something crazy happen, you say it. It's like really like the F word in English. Merde is a big one, Anna, as well. Merde is indeed a big one, yeah. Yeah, things like that. But it's not the right spelling, but you get it without the G. It's like putain, not putang. French alliance mates really love. Do they mean ass? Yeah, face is ass, so yeah. So I'll keep some for later. Top 10 is already good enough. Gonna get me in trouble. Did the dude that we attacked the other day that attacked me back is... No, it's not really attacking me again. Maybe we're not in the same... Oh, that dude, like Karsharias, we played him a while in SVS. Man, he burned so many people. He's a bit low in arena. But he was quite strong. He could burn so many people. I thought he would be a bit more stronger in hero gear, but that's... He made so much points that was insane. I remember him burning many of our guys. Yeah, I get the battle with the dude. It was Skittles, right? He was doing bear, so he removed his gear. Because he attacked me like 6-7 times in a few days, so I kind of attacked him non-stop on stream, and then he attacked me back when he put back his gear and he kicked my butt, so... But he still attacked me a bit. We speak a dialect of French in Trinidad. So you know the French word, right? Yeah, I don't know much about the colonial history, but it's probably not very... I don't know how you feel about it at the Caribbean, but I watch a few documentaries about some island and some in Africa, and it's not... I'm not sure that's something we are very proud of, for most of us at least. It's a bit insane, how this thing went over time. So let's do the usual. So I'll try 60-40. I want Mia then. And I'm really wondering why. I'm trying to see if like 10-45 is not better for the last lane, because it's better than 50-20-30, right? And that's your weaker lane, so I'm really... I think that's probably a bit better. I'm not clearing anything anyway, unless like my Fred is making a difference, but see, like they really do little compared to my main March. Wow. That's not going anywhere. Is it? Yeah, people don't give a shit. Okay. Fair enough. Because I know like some countries, like they don't like French. Or France at least. French I don't know, but they don't like France for, you know. And that's fair enough. But I think that's probably one of the dirtiest things that French did in the world in the recent decades. Or a bit more than that. But like keeping control in some part of the world. So it's not working, does not really help. I'm really, it's gonna be like that for 3 months, so it's not really interesting in any way. Yeah, nothing here. I think we are more or less... Mark. We are more or less done for today. What else? Do you guys have questions about the game or things we can go through before I log off? Because I don't think... 37? That's really nice. Like, the stream is really growing and the channel is really growing. So thank you very much, everyone. That's really cool. Then else it will be... I'll make some videos. The next stream might be Saturday. Next stream will be Saturday for the... in 2026. For the battle, which, look like we might need to defend our castle. We'll see how it go tomorrow. Training, I don't know. We could have a few wells that do something on training, but we did that to push. I think what happened, what I understand from what, some people told me, I don't know if it's true, but like these guys, they had an alliance that transferred recently, so they saved their things to be able to transfer last SVS. So they have a full alliance that has like 2 months at least of savings. Plus they are a very strong state, so that probably explain the difference of points. I do think we are wasting a bit things in our state. We are not like, people are pushing too much on other events and stuff, but that, it is what it is. It's hard to go against that, so... Okay, was question before I go, because I jumped off a bit when you were talking about expert system. What's your opinion on Valeria? Should I push her or do it passively? So the way... for me, the core ones that are really important for everyone, unless you're a big whale, it's a bit different, right? But for everyone that's even medium spender... if you spend 1,000 a month, you probably don't care as much as well. But if you spend 200, if you are free to play, it's Cyril and Agnes. You do them in the order you want, right? Cyril need to be 50. Agnes, I think 70. She's maxed out, but 50 she's already great. So I'll put this to 50, right? Let's say I'm free to play. I'll put this to 50. I'll max out Agnes. Like I really like this one. The mystery badges and the extra intel mission. The other one, they don't matter that much, to be honest. But these two ones are really... Oops. Sorry for the misclick. These two ones are really important. Then, what I will do Olger, Baldur, and Valeria 30. Because when they are 30, like my Valeria, you can get skills to level 5, 6, 7, 8. Most of the good skills, on all of them, so you can get most of the value. Then you can do them whichever you make more sense to you, you do them to 50 or 60, depending a bit on what they need. But often 50, you can max some skills. Like Valeria, if she's 50, you can max out this one, I think. And this one is probably close to max. And that's, most of the value of Valeria you will get. Getting beyond that's gonna cost a lot. So if you care about SVS point, go for Valeria. If you care about Arena because you play at reset, you push Olger a bit better, a bit more. But I'll basically put these two level 50, then all of these level 30. I'll do Romulus and Fabian on the side. Except if you have Tundra Armlings and you want to give it a tiny boost on Fabian, so get a bit more points, get a bit of healing, so that could make sense to kind of for a week or two say, okay, let's put my Fabian 30 or something like that. If you care to get yourself a bit more, but I will do this on the side. And then, when these are 30, you can go to Agnes 70 if you care to max her for the extra pets and widgets, for the extra intel mission and fire crystal you get from there. You can go to one of these level 50. That's gonna be okay at the end of the day, right? If you don't care about SVS prep and you never push about SVS prep, Valeria is a lot less sexy, right? You might just want to level up her second skill because you get a lot of medal rewards and that's a lot of, fire crystal you can get in the store. If you care about whichever here, Crazy Joe, whatever, you can push him. If you care about Arena, you push Olger. But the basic is 50 on these two, and then 30 on these, and then you kind of do them one by one out of these 5, right? And Cyril will be done at 50. You don't really need her beyond that. And then Romulus, when you are there, is 30 is really cool. Beyond 30 is really cool on Romulus because you can get that skill to very, very far, but it's gonna take a while. That's more for medium spenders. And Fabian, same, 50, 60, you see, is really good, right? 700k troops you can heal. That's kind of where I am with the experts. That's what I would do. A free to play. That's what I'm doing on my farm. It's just that for us, we got them a bit slower than if you are Gen 3 now and you are getting experts soon, it's gonna be a bit hard to do everything at once like we did because you're gonna get them faster than we did. For us, we had months between, and for you, it's gonna be Gen 3. Middle of Gen 3, then it's going to be beginning of Gen 4. You're going to get most of these and it's going to be a bit rough. But that's what I have to say. But, it matters. That matters if you push on SVS prep. If you don't, it does not matter. I mean, you can get to level 6. That's quite easy to get the... But understand that if you get that, you don't need to do 270k points to unlock day 1. You need to do 450k points. So these extra rewards, they are not for free. They ask you to spend more and to do more. When you are FC10, it's really not an issue. But when you are FC3 or 4 or 5, it might be quite a bit more effort, Catch up in the next one, Sad. Good night, good day. Enjoy the dinner tomorrow with the wife. So that's the experts. I just need to check if I did what I wanted. But I think I did what I wanted. We'll get these a bit. But I think I wanted to do my expert because it helped the states and it helps me. So I'm not gonna say experts. They are giving so little points unless you're a big whale and you do crazy. But burning 15k books is giving so little that I'll just do it regularly. I'm not gonna delay expert, but I could technically finish these two and max out Olger into in 10,000 books. Which if I buy, it's 1,000 books. It's 800 books for $6. So it's crazy for $5. So that might be... I don't think I'm gonna get her further this time, so I think I'm gonna put her on hold. I did most of what I wanted on her. I might just do a few level on that skill if I can put it level 3 or something, so I get, 4.5 health and lethality for battle. When I burn cities, it's not a lot, but it's still better than nothing, so I might just do that, this SVS. Then I think I'll go back to finish Olger. I might do Romulus first. I'm hesitating because that's very cheap. Like I can do 2 or 3 levels that might be very cheap here. And that's 100 troops a day, that's 3k troops a month. It's not that much, but in SVS it's 30k troops because you get back 30, you get back 30%, 90%. So it's like if you were losing 30k troops, so that's not too bad. Plus the royalty tag when you get 7 a day, it's pretty much. I used to get 4 a day. That's nearly double. So I might just do that. Do a tiny bit of Valeria for battle, then I do that. I do this one for the troops and the tokens. Here, close to is pretty rough. Alliance Showdown, we have it next week, but I don't care about Alliance Showdown, so I might not max it anytime soon. I might do Olger first. So I might do like Romulus a bit, Olger, Baldur, Valeria are gonna push in 2 months from now, so you have 2 months to kind of get her sorted for the next 2 SVS, and then Fabien I cannot really anytime soon. Like these are, if I already have left, I might do a bit of these because they help. Like I did some rallies yesterday in Foundry, I could take some of the buildings. I'm kind of getting strong enough-ish to be able to do a few rallies, so that might, maybe if I get these to level, closer to 10, 12, right? To get most of it. And this one, yeah, it's as well. But these are very expensive, so. But I think it's gonna take me a good 2 months to get, if they don't release any new experts. And I mostly, that's quite a bit of money, but I boss mostly like the $5 pack all the time, sometimes the 20, but half of the time I think, more or less. I stopped it for quite a while, and just the extra packs when you unlock them to level 10 and 50, you get an extra pack you can buy. So that was kind of what went into the experts. But it's a lot. They are balanced in terms of like sigils, books. When you spend a bit, you are kind of liking everything all the time. So that's well balanced. Even affinity start to be an issue. So it's overall okay. Yesterday we managed to rank. If you look at the Christmas, oh, it's gone. But if you look at my city, we managed to get the card. I think that's the new one, right? That was the Christmas card. So we managed to finish in the top 25. That cost me quite a bit. Cost me like 20 days of speed up the last day, plus like my full chief gear. I burnt every single chief gear I could. That was a bit expensive to get 1.5% lethality. But I'm nearly T1, so slowly but surely. And that starts to be a bit of deployment capacity. That's 1,000 more, so it's not big, but it's a tiny bit, it helps. Everything helps. Shall we pop the whale? I'm not sure when is a good time to pop the whale. This one is still valid for 4 hours, so maybe we pop the whale. How long is it? Is it 30 days or 28? It's 30 days, so I could pop it on Saturday and I'll get it for 2 SVS. So I think that's cool. That works for me. I'll pop it Saturday, so I got it for 2 SVS. We shall get these as well. I mean, that's the anniversary, right? So that's not, but we should get like, that's gonna be in February. So in terms of events, maybe some people were asking as well. So we should get this Frost, Silver Shell, whatever kind of event. And we should get Chinese New Year around end of January. Then we should get Valentine mid February. That will be the next three ones we know. I forgot what we had last year in March. But yeah, that's what we have to prepare for. Okay. I'm getting really tired, so I think I will go as well. Need to sleep a bit tonight. They don't much to offer more than what we did. We did the Lucky Wheel. I don't think I kept anything else. We did the farm. I'll do Crazy Joe on the farm soon enough. I just need to check where am I with the Tundra albums. Well, I gave enough today. I'll help them tomorrow. Among widget +2 for Rena or Ramos, what would you advise? I need to check. I mean, if you care about Arena and you do Rena level 1, at least. So Amos is defensive, right? So it's like if you are taking rallies on your cities and stuff, some people say, oh, you want to do it for Foundry and stuff, but you know, often in Foundry, if you get attacked, it's by a whale that is doing a solo march, so it does not matter. I mean, it matters for the health and the lethality and stuff, right? But not for that, so... but Amos is defensive. It's pretty good to be... It's health, it's pretty good. But it does not matter if it's health or defense. And you said Reyna? Because I never had Reyna, so I don't even remember our widget. Reyna unmatched precision, increased troop rally lethality. So Reyna is a good joiner, is not a very good rally leader for Bear. So unless you are using her for rally leader for yourself somehow, like a turret, like Foundry, because you are strong enough, then maybe you could consider, you know, that 1 to 2, 4, whatever. But I would not bother too much. Still level 1 for Arena, that's really important. But for Bear, I know some guys advise Mia, but I find that Reyna is a good joiner, Mia is not. So I'll use Mia in my own march, and I'll use Reyna as a joiner, to be honest, to make it simple. But, you know, if Reyna is working for you as a rally leader for Bear, that's okay. At what point did you start using Mithril on hero gear of secondary stats? We're gonna go through that in a sec. I care less about Arena. I have 12 chests, so I can either do +1. I mean, I'll do +1 on 2. I mean, Arena is you know, I think it's important. You get some good reward, even if you don't care much about it. It's kind of, you know, if you get a hero without a widget in Arena, it's kind of a waste. So I will do one of each, and then you see if you can do more. And if you do more, it does not really matter. If you want a better defensive because you need a defensive widget in some situation, then pick Amos. If somehow you use Reyna for offense, just pick Reyna. It's not gonna change. Yeah, so maybe 2 Amos and 1 Reyna, and that's good enough, you know. That's really good enough. Gen 4 is gonna be obsolete. Amos is gonna be replaced by Hector. Reyna is gonna be replaced by Nora, and if not, she's gonna be replaced by Rene soon enough. They're not gonna last forever, so that's cool. So it will be the way I've done it, but you have options. You know, it's not that simple. For me, I put all of these 19. So how it works for the Mithril is like the first to go to 19, it's very easy actually. You don't need Mithril. So that's very simple. I think you don't need Mithril. It's like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and it's like 10, 20, 30, 50, 40, 50 Mithril, right? So the first level are far more cheaper than the latest one. So you have two schools. Either you level up them up, so you put all them to 19 and red, and then you do all of them 39. So you put 10 Mithril, but you will do infantry first on the belt and on the gloves. Then you will do either Lancer or Marksman based on how you play and what you care about. And then you will do the rest. Because these, they still give a lot of stats. In Arena, if you care, they still give a lot of stats in your rallies. Like Lancer's health is not important. Marksman health is not important, even if it's a lot less important. Of course, on bear damage, it's a lot less important, right? But when you attack a city, it's not at all not important. It's important. So you either have a school, you prioritize the main pieces, and you still fall. You kind of catch up, because with 30 Mithril, you can put one piece like that to 79. So when you are like, if it's 59, that costs you 30 to go to 59, right? You had to pay 10 to go to 20, and that's allow you to go into 39, and you had to pay 20 to go to 40, and that allows you to go to 59. So with the 30, you can go to 79, and on the belt, I think you get, at 60, you get the defense, so it's not too bad. So you maybe do the belt first, but then on the gloves, you get attack, so it's not really good. So you might do like everything in 19, then you do 39 on the main important one, then maybe you rush the belt if you want to. That's okay as well. But at some point, when these are red or purple, so they are 99 or 79, it costs so much. It costs so much to do the last 21 level. It cost me 90. It cost me 90 freaking Mithril to go from 79 to 100. And of course, the difference is huge. Because it's going to be, on the belt, 50% attack, but that's going to be 50% defense. If I do on the right piece, right, it's going to be on the glove. It costs you so much. With 90, you put 3 other pieces to 59 with 90. So either you go from 79 to 100, or you go to 3 pieces to 59. And for me, my suggestion would be to go to 3 other pieces to 59. So I'll put everything to 59. I have this to 79. I'll put this to 79. I'll put that one to 79. I'll put this to 59. And then either I'm putting everything to 79, I'm not decided yet, or I start to focus on the 100 pieces that make sense. So I might do like the glove first here. Then I might do if I use 60-40 for good, I might actually do the Lancers first to burn city more effectively, because that's where I struggle. Then I'll do Marksman and stuff like that. So I don't know if it helps, but that's kind of the way I look at it right now. Is a good change? Yeah, you can have an Amos. Amos is pretty good. Amos is really, really good. I mean, now that, you want to mix. But that's insane, right? Amos revived the lost art of ancient guardians in infantry. Did the attack once every 4 times, reducing. So marksman taken by lancers. If you don't use marksman, it's not that important, but mostly infantry, right? So it's like 50% of the time you have 35% reduction if you put it in average. So that's every 4 turns you get 2 turns. So that's 35% damage reduction on your infantry. And that's what you care a lot about. And if you look at damage reduction, usually it's 20. It's 20 on all troops, but it's far more important on infantry. So that's double, nearly double more than a Patrick, right? A Sergei, sorry. For your infantry. So that's pretty good, to be honest. I think I already go to bed, guys. I'm really tired. I have my eyes like they are closing so much. But we'll see each other Saturday, if not sooner. Not too sure about the video this week. I need to look a bit into what I'm talking about. There are so many topics to talk about. So there will be the seasonal event soon, but that's starting on the 1st, so that's not gonna be tomorrow. But I want to do charms. I want to do maybe like a TLDR on what's going on in terms of meta and things. I don't think I've done I think I've talked about it in a few places, but it's like many people are lost, you know, with like going to 60-40. Even maybe like I have more and more people telling me it's not 60-40, it's actually 60-30-10 is actually better, which we did not really try in my state, so I don't really know. But it's like even, you know, we figured out 60-40 and there are like some variation coming in. So maybe kind of not such a guide, but kind of a more, you know, I've heard very contradictory things about the bear. I need to watch some videos, but people are like, yeah, Geronimo is the best. And some people are like, no, Hector is as good as Geronimo. And, you know, the sources I've seen, my guess was like Geronimo is better than Hector. And the video I've seen was like, you know, people that do the test, because I don't have Geronimo, I cannot test. So they say Geronimo is better. Some other people are saying, other YouTubers are saying that no, Hector is as good. So we can figure things out a bit and maybe do like a quick video to kind of recap all of these things for bear, what you should do, for attacking cities, what you should do. I will definitely not have my lancers lag behind as much as they used to, and you can see that's what I'm doing. My charms are soon to be the same as my marksman. My chief gear is the same. My research is the same. My hero gear is actually a bit better on lancers because they were already like behind. I mean, that's a bit better in some ways, but you know, these are essence stones are quite below and stuff like that. So I think it's like probably the current meta is, if you want to be flexible, it's probably equal marksmen and lancers with infantry a bit ahead. So I'm not really leader. 65-540 is working very well for me solo march. It probably does. I'm not sure if 60-40 is probably better. You might want to try. I used to attack cities with 50-20-30 or 60-10-30, and I really feel that I have a better some cities that I would not burn so easily. Like I've shared mostly one because people have been asking me, right? It's like, oh, I'm trying to convince someone in my alliance they don't believe 60-40 is better. But that one, that was Foundry, that's me. I mean, the guy is quite weaker, right, overall, but that's his main march. I'm not attacking a second march. I'm not attacking someone that's very weak. If you look at the percentages, of course I have double, right? And some of them. But in SVS is FC9. That's very rough. Or FC8 on troops. It was FC9, I think, on his furnace, maybe. But I have the feeling that when I attacked some cities, and you know, he got reinforced, so I could not try a lot. He got reinforced eventually by stronger players. So I could not do the same attack with, but you know, it's a million troop less, more or less. So it would not have been the same, but. And I've been a bit more buff than in SVS as well. SVS has done, it's similar, I guess. SVS I buff similarly in SVS when I burn cities. But it feels that on a 3.4 million troop city, that's really a lot of injured. And I don't think 50, 20, 30 would have done that. Maybe it's just because he's really weak. But that's not really weak. That's really not really weak, you know? So. But I don't know how can Geronimo's damage be capped. It does not make sense to me. It really does not. Like when we talk, I mean, maybe they changed their mind, right? But when we talked about it, quickly, it was brief chat, but with people on the Wosner's Discord, they were like, first of all, like Natalia has no chance to be better than Geronimo. That just widgets do not matter. Widgets are working the same, whether they are lethality or attack or health or and defense, they're working the same. The mass formula is do not change the how it works. So a lethality widget is not better than an attack widget, which I thought for many years, but they gave us, they gave us the theory crafting and the mass, and based on the tests they've done, it's the same. So Natalia's widget is not better than Geronimo, for example. And he has 3 offensive skill, even if that one is not crazy. His 20% chance is what? 2 turns every 4 turns, right? So Bear is more or less 10 turns, right? So that's, depending how it works, you're gonna get it 4 times or 6 times, but you get it quite often. That's a 30% boost plus attack up plus damage up, so that's really crazy. Plus a widget. Hector do not have a widget, and he has 2 offensive skills, so even if he's buffing like offensive skills that are buffing that better than Geronimo, it makes little sense that Hector is better, because you don't care about anything else. You use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% infantry, so all of that you don't care. You don't care about that. You don't care about health and lethality on the widget for infantry. That's peanut. That's literally peanuts. So for me, it's like it's a no-brainer. But we need to see testing. But the one that I've seen doing testing properly was Black Ted. He tried Flint. He tried Geronimo, and he tried Hector without any other heroes. So just Geronimo in the rally. So there is no like, because if you use Geronimo, Mia, and whatever, like you do not control the result of that test. Because it's a 50% chance to do 50% damage. It's a 50% chance to do attack up, and you don't have a detailed report in Bear to compare. So you don't know what happened. So you cannot compare with the Mia in your rally, for example. So the dude that I've seen doing the proper testing was Black Ted, and Geronimo is head of Hector, and Hector is smashing Flint. Yeah, but that's interesting to. Like I'm always cautious, because even myself, I've repeated things I've heard from many years from the first YouTubers and stuff, and things we have been thinking we know for so long that, attack and defense are not good, lethality and health are good, but people would not explain why, so you just repeat that. Rally Joiner, the best is for Patrick and for Jesse, and people have been repeating that for so long. And then when you look at people doing the theory crafting and the testing, and they look at the math behind it, and they try to understand the formulas of how the game works, and they test it to verify that their math and their formulas are right, and you realize that it's not at all what people have been saying for all these years. It's a very different story. I've been saying that Natalia's widget is better than Geronimo's widget, because it's lethality, right? For most of my time on YouTube, for most of my time before YouTube to my alliances, because I didn't know that the formula makes lethality the same as attack on widgets. But, people tested it. They came up with a mathematical formula to explain it as well. They verified their hypothesis, and it was right. So at least it matched, right? At least they land on their feet when they do testing. So it's very likely the case that based on the game engine, does not matter. Health, defense, attack, lethality, you just want, you just want one. So, but I'm happy to hear it. I'm just a bit skeptical sometimes, but it's not like mean to dismiss it and to say it's not true. It's more to say what I know, and what I know was tested very likely properly. But again, I did not do the test myself. I cannot do the test myself. So, maybe Black Ted did not do enough rallies. And if he was doing 10 more rallies with each heroes, maybe he would have seen that Hector is as good as Geronimo. Maybe he still got lucky with the, with that. Or more likely, if that's the case, he was unlikely on Geronimo, maybe, on Hector, right? Because this one is 25%. And you don't have a detailed report on Bear. So 25%, on 10 rounds, you can get it 50% of the time. You can get 10% of the time if you are lucky and unlucky. So that's pretty stable. That's offensive skill is pretty stable. This one is swingy a lot when people actually say that somehow Hector is like more stable than Geronimo for damage, which makes no sense to me. It could be because of the synergy of that. That's 200%, 25% of the time, plus you use a lot of marksmen, and marksmen, they have that somehow. They have some skills that do damage, so maybe somehow with these skills, like Geronimo is making it less stable, and somehow with Hector, it's making it. But you know, if you have that proccing happening on the 200% of Hector twice in a row, 3 times in a row, your damage will swing a lot more than Geronimo, in my opinion. But you know, we don't exactly know how it works, so it's not that easy. But that's something we need to keep. For me, it's like, I'm happy to share what I know. I'm happy to hear what you guys know, heard, know from other YouTubers, from other people doing the test. So you know, hopefully we do we clear it all out. The only thing is, like, I cannot test it myself, so I need to rely on other people. Yeah, and I really appreciate it. You know, it's sometimes we think we know and we don't. You know, many things I've been like quite convinced that I know how it works, and then people are like, "Hey, dude, you know, it's not like that," and you're like, "Okay, let me go back to the drawing board, or let me look at it again," and you're like, "Okay, I was wrong," you know, and that's really okay as well. There are many times I've been wrong, so I'm happy to be wrong again. It's just, you know, just what it is when you put things out there and we don't understand everything about the game. At least I don't. So, but I felt comfortable with Geronimo better than Hector, Hector better than everybody else, and Geronimo being better than him. People are saying that Natalia is better than Geronimo. It makes no sense in the world to me, but you know, I keep that as a possibility, right? And time will tell. Time will tell when we have more data, more testing, more. And that's really good if people keep sharing as well, you know, because it helps to do a YouTube video. But if you come on the Discord and, you know, you explain that to other people, say, "Oh, we did this test, we played on that with my alliance, we got that result and stuff," so we can get we can look at it, we can think about it, we can test it, we can exchange about it. So that's always helpful. Just checking Discord, quite a few questions, but I'll go back to them a bit later. But you're welcome. I think I'll go, guys. Need to get some rest. That was really nice to talk to you. Really nice to see new faces as well. To see old ones too. But you know, it's cool to see new faces, new people to talk with. Really appreciate it. Enjoy how we say, it's like the New Year's Eve, right? For tomorrow. If that's something you care to do or it's special to you. If it's not special to you like it is to me, you know, still enjoy it. Do something that's fun. That's a good excuse. Spend some time with a loved one. Spend some time with, you know, treat yourself with something nice. A good restaurant, a pack in the game, a night out, wherever. But enjoy that. And I'll see you on the other side. I see you in 2026. And, you know, probably record something for tomorrow as well. It's going well. I'm very tired, so I'm going. But thank you for asking. I'm like sleepy for the last nearly 3 hours already, so I'll go watch TV with the wife or something. Just chill a bit, and bedtime in an hour for us, so. But yeah, hope you are doing well. I'll keep my stamina for tomorrow, like I said. Did I bought these things? I bought these widgets, so I probably do Crazy Joe in half an hour as well, just to get a bit more points. I just forgot to check if I don't think I'm nowhere near close the next. I think we just unlocked the freaking 30 million. Yeah, 60 million. So if I can squeeze 1.5 million in the Farm Alliance, it's gonna be good for me. Are you turning into a dragon? So is that your unique name? Is that Element for Peace like because I recognize the image. So, but it seems I don't really get the YouTube thing about nicknames and the name they're displaying in chats. For some people, it's changing very often. For some, it's always the same. So sometimes it's a bit confusing to track who is who. But the image, you know, the yellow dude, I mean the dude in the yellow background, it's very small, so it looked like a dude in a yellow background to me at least. On the streaming app, it's like it's tiny, tiny. But I got my butt kicked so bad here, not going for the yellow packs and going for that instead. I hope that was the winning strategy long term. But we will see. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much again. I'll stay in the chat for a few minutes. But I'll leave the music and we'll see each other on the other side next year. Have a good one. Bye bye. Much love. Bye bye.